I had what everyone but myself noticed as a drinking problem that went unaddressed for a very long time. I think it was just as a result of a lot of stuff that I hadn't resolved or decided to face in my life. So finally, the proverbial nut cracked. And I believe it was August of that year or just before. I absconded work. Maybe just a bit better detail would be the fact that I had just gotten a new job, a very exciting new job in one of our media houses. And this new job entailed a lot more responsibility. So I guess that new posting and the fact that I had a lot of stuff that I hadn't dealt with, and the fact that I was also a pending addiction, I think everything just paired up and exploded. So August that year, I went AWOL. My employer, my family, no one knew where I was. So allow me to just jump to the part of the story where I kind of prefer to start, because there's more depth there. So I ended up in Mombasa for, I think, a period of three weeks or maybe a month or thereabout. And while I was there, I came face to face with my deepest fears. I came face to face with, the realization that I was insufficient, So just before I headed to Mombasa, I had been diagnosed with depression, I was actually diagnosed as a manic depressive, also known as bipolar. Immediately after my diagnosis, I got a whole lot of medication that I had on me, medication that helped me go to sleep, medication that helped stabilize my mood through the day. And so while I went to Mombasa, I had this medication with me. While I was there, the situation just went south really fast. A lot of money, just emotionally upset. I just remember the emotional residue of that. I remember just chunks and bits of information from that time. But I saw Mombasa for about 3 weeks. On one day, I had been drinking every day heavily. By this point, I was averaging about 2 liters of vodka a day. Yeah, just to stay sane, So one day I woke up early in the morning because I needed to go take a short call. While I was there, I made this just horrendous discovery. I happened to look down at the bowl, and I realized that what I had just passed out looked like concentrated black coffee. That woke me up quickly. So I was like, I don't know what that means, but there's definitely a problem. Very quickly I figured, okay, I've probably been overdoing this drinking thing, so I'll just take a break today and not touch it at all. So I woke up. Immediately after that, I had quite a bit of water and just decided to kind of chill out and see how the day would progress. About 2 hours later, I was sick. I was sweating all over the place. I was throwing up. I kept running to the toilet because my stomach was a mess. This went on for a while. Then I remember there's a lady. She'd kind of become a friend because I was seeing her like every day. She would clean the hotel room. It was actually a villa. The villa that I was staying in. She would come in every morning at about the same time, and she would clean up the place and just wish me a nice day. I would ask her how her family was, and on this particular day, she comes in and noticed that I hadn't left the bed, which was located upstairs. And she came to check on me and noticed that I was sweating profusely despite the AC being cranked up all the way. And after observing me for a while, she said that there had been someone who had stayed in the same villa that I was in a few years back, who had something similar that was going on. Yeah, so me, to the best of my knowledge, I thought maybe I probably ate something bad the previous day, and that's why my system was all over the place. Then she made she made a really strange suggestion. She was like, "Hey, ile kinywaji yako ya asubuhi leo umepata?" And I was like, "No, I'm not about to do that, but I'm all over the place, and some scary stuff is happening with my body. I just need to chill out." And she was like, "Trust me, just go take a half glass or something." She looked like she knew what she was talking about, so I went downstairs. I did like half a glass of vodka. There was always vodka around me somewhere. So I had half a glass of vodka, and for like 2 seconds, the sweating got even more. And she told me to just chill out, wash my face and sit and just chill. And so I did that. And you guys, my mind was so blown. In about 15 minutes, everything came back to normal. I stopped sweating, my stomach stopped being a problem, I stopped throwing up, I couldn't even keep water down. Suddenly everything just chilled out. And she looked at me, I'll never forget that look she had in her eyes. She looked at me and told me, Annie, you're officially in there. You can't do without this thing.